I hope you guys are ready for this because I am about to drop some ideas, okay? Make sure you have your notepad with you because I am about to give you 7 easy ways that you can decorate your empty walls. I have been doing home consultations, home styling consultations for over a year now. I have done over 40 consultations, meaning I've been in 40 different houses, okay? And let me tell you this, the common theme or one thing that really pains most of my clients is empty walls. They like say to, I don't know what to do with this wall. And I get it. I get how just a blank wall makes the entire room feel out of place or feel abandoned or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, let me put together my favorite 7 easy ways to decorate your empty walls. Are you ready? Remember, I am not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge your style, to judge your home, to judge your choices. I'm just here to give you ideas. So whatever your design style is, whatever you like, whatever your taste is, there might be something that you can get from this, okay? Just go get your notepad, get something to drink, and let's start. Okay, so the first one, and this one is the one that is in right now. It's like in trend. Some of my clients are always like, I'm just scared that it's a trend. I'm like, it's not a new trend really, but it's a trend coming back. And I'm talking about wall molding or wall paneling, whatever you call it. This is something that has been around. It's like a Victorian style. Okay, it's just coming back right now. So it's not really modern, but it's like trendy at the moment. Even I have wall molding in my house, in my living room and all the way to my hallway. Love this because it's such an easy and an inexpensive way to literally just transform an empty blank wall. I love it for TV walls. I love it for just like walls in general. Love it for hallways as well. I am thinking of putting it in my master bedroom as well. Working on my master bedroom, guys. I'm so excited. I'm going to show you once I'm done. So I'm really thinking maybe I should do it. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. So with wall molding, there's different types, right? There's ones that are like really simple where you'll just have a box or two, right? And then there's ones where like the boxes, we call them frames, right? So there's also ones where you will have double frames or triple frame, however you want to do it and whatever your taste and style is. I like it because it's so versatile, so it will literally serve whatever taste you have. But also another thing you need to also keep in mind, there's different types of the rails themselves that are used or that we use, right? There's ones that are on the cheaper end and there's ones that are on the more expensive end. And obviously even the look of them is different. For example, this is different from this one. I'm sure another reason why I like wall molding so much is that you can also even paint on top of it. You can always change it. But another thing is that this is something so easy. Even if you're renting, it's also renter friendly. Obviously, depending how strict your landlord is. But this is something that you can strip out when you're leaving, right? Most of the times when you are moving out of a space, you're gonna have to, especially if you've lived there for a while, there's some work that you're gonna do because people were living there. It's not gonna be like it was a staged house and no one was living there. People were living there, and most often than not, you might need to paint the walls, clean the walls, or do whatever. So if your landlord approves, you can do wall molding, and then when you leave, you can take it out. He or she doesn't like it, but really, it's a way of elevating their space. I don't think there's a landlord that will say no to that. And then the next one also falls kind of under wall paneling, but let's just call this slats because it's usually called the wooden slats. Let me tell you, this have been in. I remember if you watched my video of the Teenage Dream Project, we did those wooden slats. I love this because just like wall molding, it can be installed anywhere. In your living room, in your bedroom, literally anywhere, in your hallway. Love how versatile they are. And I mean, also with these ones, there's different types of slats. You just need to decide which one you want. And another thing that I think we need to understand is that there's different types of designs of slats as well, right? There's ones that we usually do right now for TV units. Those ones, most of them them are behind a blackboard. Some of them are literally directly in the wall. So it depends on, the kind of visual or the kind of aesthetic that you are going for. You can use this for everywhere. You can use them in your hallway with a mirror. You can use them with a wallpaper. We're going to talk about wallpapers just now, but you can also use them as a combination with wallpaper, which is my favorite style of using it. In our project Teenage Dream, that's exactly what we did. You can use them like in so many different places, and they literally elevate your space. So also think, is there a way that I can put some slats somewhere in this wall, right? And of course, that's if you want it. Also, caution is that these are quite expensive. Okay, slats are quite expensive because it's a real, especially if you're putting them against your wall vertically, they are quite pricey. But they are also dupes. They are called polymers. They are not really the wooden slats. It's not the same thing. Aesthetically, they look the same, but they're not exactly the same. So if you are on this end, which is the not so expensive end of the budget, you can definitely go with polymers, less expensive, but they really look like plastic, which I don't like. I prefer the wooden look or the wooden aesthetic. Okay, third one is wallpaper. Guys, I am obsessed with wallpapers right now. Wallpapers are another style that is coming back. Wallpapers have been around, they were around back in the days, they're just coming back right now. And I am obsessed with them right now, okay? Exhibit A, that's a wallpaper. My guest bedroom has a wallpaper. Like literally, I am obsessed with wallpapers, right? What I like about wallpapers, they are also renter friendly. Easy to install, and really they are on this end. But what I like about wallpapers, they are very versatile. They fit any style. You can literally get a wallpaper for any different style or any different color or any whatever you like, whatever your taste is, you will definitely get a wallpaper. You can get wallpapers that are plain, and you can get wallpapers that are geometric. You can get ones that are floral. There's so many different ones, right? And these will really help elevate your empty walls that you don't know. I didn't know what to do with this wall. I was like, what am I gonna do with this wall? Let me show you this wall. I was like, I don't know what to do with this wall. I was like, oh, I got this wallpaper as a sample for a client. But then I was like, when I was putting together the mood board, I was like, nah, it's not working. So I was like, okay, I get a lot of samples that I end up using in my house somehow. So I was like, okay, let me just use it here in my studio, study, whatever you call this room where I do content. Another thing that we need to be careful about with wallpapers, there's different types of wallpapers. There's the cheap ones like this one that I have here. This one, a roll, I got this at Builders. I think it was about 700 rands. These are the less expensive ones. There's ones that really look expensive. If you're really going for that expensive look, there's ones even that are really nicely textured, and you can see just by the look of them that these are expensive. An example of that is the one that we used on our project, The Hills. That wallpaper is really expensive, but also it's not just expensive, you can tell it's expensive. It looks and feels expensive. Another example is the one that I used on my guest bedroom. That is the heavily textured ones. Those are the ones that are really, even just the touch, the quality is what matters. So it depends. If you really are fussy about quality, make sure that you buy the high quality wallpaper. And obviously the high quality wallpaper is gonna last you longer. It's it's more safer, it's more durable, obviously. And the other one, it's easily scratched, it's easily you get it. You get quality, right? Guys, wallpapers are everywhere, okay? You can even get wallpapers from Builders nowadays. Your macro has a wallpaper. But if you are looking for a really nice versatile catalog for wallpaper, check out Wallpaper In. I know they have a branch in Midrand as well if you're in Joburg. And also check out Wallpaper Online. Or if you really want like a way more diverse catalog of wallpapers, I mean, these people, they take wallpapers all the way from Italy, like international wallpapers, go to Dreamweaver. They have an amazing catalog of wallpapers. You can also custom make wallpaper, by the way. Okay, I remember I was watching you know, the AD specials of Architect Digest going to celebrities' homes. Who was it? It was Winnie Harlow. They literally, her designer took pictures. She's a model, right? Her designer took pictures of herself and literally made a wallpaper for a closet. I was like, that's such a good idea. I love that. Like, guys, designers, I don't know how they think. They're just creative. Really love that. Like, imagine that wallpaper. Instead of having floral, having pictures of you. And that's if, of course, if you're obsessed with yourself like a model, whatever. You know, like, imagine. That was just like such a beautiful idea. So you can also custom make wallpaper. If you like, I can't find a wallpaper that I really, really like, but I have a wall art, or I have a picture, or I have a whatever of what I like, then you can literally custom make. We also custom make wallpapers, by the way. So yeah. Okay, then the fourth one. This one is something I'm so excited about right now. Like, using random objects on your wall. By random objects, I mean objects that you would not necessarily find on a wall, or objects that you wouldn't necessarily decorate with, like using hats, using woven plates, using sculptures, using, I mean, you get what I mean, right? That is also such an amazing idea to decorate your space. What I like about this, you can use whatever you like, right? If you find a big face of whatever that you are so into, you can decorate with that. If you have a collection of all these hats, if you like to travel in each and every country, you get a hat, and you can also do, like, it's more like a mural kind of wall thing. I do want to say one thing, and this is something that I was so guilty of in my, you know, beginning of my journey of interior design and stuff like that. It's size. Guys, size makes everything different, okay? So you're not gonna take your small hat and just put them on a big wall. Size is literally just everything. That's why when I mentioned wall molding, I said that it's so easy because you don't even need to think about size, because it just covers the entire wall, right? That I'm gonna talk about. We really need to put size into effect, because you can't just take small nyana things and put in a big wall. They literally instantly feel out of place. Okay, so point number 5 is a mirror. Listen, a mirror, guys, you will never go wrong with a mirror. One, I'm sure we already know, I've been screaming this thing, Oguti. A mirror will elevate your wall, will elevate your space. But also, we all know that a mirror has the effect of making a space, especially if you live in a small house, make that room or that space look or feel bigger, right? One, especially if your mirror is facing the window. How that light reflects there creates the illusion that it's a bigger space. But another thing I like about a mirror is that it distracts the eye. So, because if you have a mirror here on this one, immediately when a person gets into the frame, they see themselves, and then it distracts them, you know, about the whole, or how big or small or whatever the space is, right? So that's another really good trick about a mirror. So just make sure you get a mirror somewhere in your house, okay? Literally in every space in my house, or in almost every space in my house, I have a mirror. I have a mirror in my living room, hallway, bedroom, guest bedroom, like literally, okay, everywhere, because they work. Also, they're just functional. You like to look at yourself every now and then, wherever you are in the house, right? Okay, so with mirrors, we have round mirrors, we have square, rectangle, whatever shape that you can ever think of. We also have full length mirror. So when you're thinking about getting a mirror for your empty wall, think about, okay, what size of mirror and what shape of mirror would best suit this wall. Also think about what type or what design do I want my frame, right? You can have whatever design you want in your frame at this point, you know, and whatever color you want. So also put that in mind. Also, things like mirrors, you can also combine with a table or a sideboard, or with a floating shelf, whatever. So also think about that. Don't just think about, oh, let me just take a mirror and put it here. Think about, okay, do I need to combine it with something? Do I want to combine it with something? And most of the time when we combine a mirror with a sideboard, a console table, or whatever. It's usually for the added function that that sideboard or that a console table is going to bring for decor purposes, or for functional, whatever functional purpose that it will serve, right? And then the second last one is wall arts. Let me tell you, if I'm being honest, I think wall art is one thing that I have struggled with, right? Because I was never an artsy person, but I was always a creative person, right? So when it comes to art, it's one thing I really struggled with. I would like, for me, if you'd give me an option of a mirror and a wall art, I would always pick a mirror. But I have, with dealing with a lot of clients, I have really, kind of expanded and, tried and explore wall art. There's different types of wall art as well. You can do your paintings, different types of paintings, your oil painting, your drawings, pictures. I mean, there's different types of wall art that you would decide, sculptural, abstract, whatever that you would decide to put on your wall art. Obviously, that will depend on this type of style and the type of design that you're going with in the entire space, right? But another thing that I think we usually miss is that wall art is an amazing way to add color onto your space. Okay, it's also an amazing way to add interest onto your space. So if you're looking, like, if your room really feels empty, even though there's furniture pieces, it still feels empty, there's no interest, think about adding wall art, because once you add a big wall art there, it will definitely grab people's attention. So if you want some interest in your space, think about that. Okay, and then the last one is floating shelves, like the ones I have here on top of me. Floating shelves. We underestimate floating shelves. I think I also underestimated them. These can be small or they can be big, whatever you decide. Floating shelves can also work, especially if you have a long vertical wall, but it's kind of like thin. Then what you can do, you can just put your floating shelves there. Also, floating shelves you can also combine with a table, put table underneath them. I mean, floating shelves can be there for different purposes, for decor purposes, just like aesthetic, or they can also be there to be very, very functional, or even both, whatever you decide. The ones I have here are really for decor purposes and for storage for me, because all these pieces that are there are pieces that mean something to me somehow. This is the picture of me when I was graduating. There's a camera that I won on my first ever competition. I mean, there's different things. They mean different things. So it's kind of like a place where I store things that mean something to me. So yeah, that's it. I hope you have gotten some ideas from this, and I hope that you have gotten right what to do with your empty wall. But I think the most important thing that I really want to also emphasize, it really depends on the style that you want to go for. But also, whatever option you pick, within that option you need to think, okay, what type of wallpaper am I talking about? What type of mirror do I want? What type of wall paneling do I want, right? That is going to go really well with the space that I'm going for. I hope after you've watched this video, you're not gonna have empty walls in your house, okay? Or at least you will have a plan for your empty walls in your house. Remember, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to give you options, okay? Don't forget to drop a comment down below. Let me know which one of these options are your favorite. But also, if you have ones that I have missed, please share with all of us. I really want this page to be full of ideas. I want, when people are looking for any types of ideas for their home decoration, home styling, to come to this page. So please don't forget to drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Like and share this video with those around you. Okay, until next time, I love and appreciate you for being here. Bye.